Today is May 28th, 2022, and today is the last day of the second month. And I just got out of the lab. So they tested for, what were the tests for?
I don't remember. I know it's a couple of blood tests though.
Yeah, one of them is to, according to my doctor, to my OB, to check to make sure that there's no stroke on the baby snake. Yeah, so I'm hoping everything will be okay. Today is a very exciting day because today is the last day of the second month of our pregnancy journey. And it's the last day our baby is going to be an embryo, because tomorrow our baby is going to be a fetus, which is really exciting because it's like a next level and we're so excited for our baby. The second month of our pregnancy journey is not really that hard until this week, which is week 8. That's the hardest so far. So for week 5 and 6, I experienced almost the same symptoms, like dry skin, especially the skin around my mouth and my nose. It's still very dry until now, but it was really worse those weeks. And I also had like always urinating and always hungry. So I've been eating and eating and eating, and it's not just feeling of hunger, it's like feeling of starvation. Like I felt like I was starving all the time. I had one-time canker sore, and I'm so happy that that only lasted for 2 weeks, and that's it. Cracking of the soles of my feet. My feet are still so dry, but not as bad as they used to be during the first, the 5th and 6th week. Constipation was also bad at that time, but every time I eat sweet potato or kamote, everything goes good. So I'm so glad that I have sweet potato. I still have sweet potato in the fridge, because if ever I get constipated again, all I have to do is to boil it and eat it. What else did I experience for those times? Oh, breast tenderness. I still have breast tenderness until now. Well, for the first 5 and 6th week, the dizziness was not so bad. It's when 7th week came around that the dizziness became more and more, what do you call this one? Frequent. So there are times when I work and all of a sudden I lost my train of thoughts, and then for a few seconds I'll be like, what just happened? Yeah. So I've been dizzy, but not nausea. So it's just dizziness. Like sometimes I feel like the world is spinning and stuff like that. The breast tenderness is getting worse on week 7, and the same thing on week 8. Breast, like until now, my breast is still so much tender. Week 7, I have this acne here that left me a big scar. I hope there's not a lot more coming in. All of these ones, I got this during my first pregnancy. Unfortunately, that pregnancy ended up in a miscarriage. So prior to me getting pregnant, my face was fine. I didn't have any of these, what do you call it, has melasma, and it looks like a face tag or something, an acne outbreak and stuff like that. I had never experienced that growing up until I got pregnant the first time. And now that on my second pregnancy, I have acne again, and there it is. It's a big scar there. Yep. What else did I experience for week 7? Week 7, I was still able to cook my food. I was still able to eat the healthy stuff, but I started having bad cravings. And I don't know what's with donuts, but I crave for donuts a lot. And I also started eating ice cream, little ice cream. Not that much ice cream, but it's not a good thing for me to do. But I know if I will not do it, I will just keep on thinking and thinking and thinking about it. There's like, so there are 2 different injection sites. The first one is on my belly. So on week 6, I started having all these itchiness on the belly, but that's gone now. what's happening now is itchiness and pain on my butt, because those are the injection sites for the progesterone oil, and wow, it really hurts. Another thing that I also noticed is that I'm having a lot of discharge. I think they call it leukorrhea. So during week 7, I started having them, but with week 8, it has gotten worse. Like when I'm working or I'm sitting down, and all of a sudden I feel like I just peed on my panty. So sometimes I get scared and I go to the bathroom to check it out to make sure it's not blood, and it just clear discharge. So I guess that is normal for pregnancy. And I still have that one a lot. Like, so I change my panty like 5 to 6 times a day. I always have all these panties, like I have to wash these panties. Yep. And for week 8, the worst part is the nausea. So we went to see my OB for the first time on Monday. That will be my week 8 one day. So 8 weeks one day. And she asked me if I've been experiencing nausea and stuff, and I said no, I only experienced dizziness. And she's like, oh, you're lucky, you might not even have to experience it. And so I was like, I think she jinxed it, because the following day is when the nausea started, and nausea is really bad. Like, now I cannot cook my food anymore, I cannot eat what I used to eat, all the healthy stuff that I love eating for the baby. I cannot do that anymore, because when I smell something, it's just way too strong and makes me want to vomit. The taste, I'm having food aversions. So the taste of vegetables and chicken and all the good stuff that I used to eat, I could hardly tolerate them. So the only thing that really helps with my nausea is going outside and feeling the wind, the fresh air. I love it. It makes me feel so good, but I cannot do that very often because it's very hot outside. It's summertime, so temperature outside is around 99 degrees to 105 degrees, so it's really very hot. I cannot really keep on going there. So another alternative that I'm doing is eating oranges. So oranges are also my buddy. My mother-in-law also bought me the nausea bracelets, which I hope it will work. I tried it and I don't know if it's working or not. I don't really feel much difference. My husband is also out and about right now. He's going to buy me the pregnancy pop, like a lollipop for pregnant women. I tried the vitamin B6 supplement and the ginger juice and stuff like that, which was recommended by my OB. But it's still like, maybe it helps a little, just for a few minutes, and then it comes again. Like the nausea is really bad. So yeah, that's the hardest part so far on my 8th week. I also noticed the runny nose. Like from time to time I have runny nose. I don't have cough or fever or anything like that, but sometimes I have runny nose. And I don't know why that is, but it just happens. And I guess that is normal for pregnant women to have, well, based on what I watched on YouTube videos. Because whenever I experience something that I'm not familiar with, I go to YouTube and say pregnancy symptoms or runny nose while pregnant. And I don't know why, but every time I put something, like there's always a search result. So I learned from watching YouTube videos, but of course it will always be better to contact your doctor or your OB to ask questions about that. I also experienced super tired, and I think that's because of the nausea. So I feel really tired a lot of times. So I have to take a little nap, and it helps when I take like maybe 15 minutes nap when I feel super tired. Another thing that I really don't like this week, which is still week 8, is I started having nightmares. I don't know what triggers it. I don't go to bed really full, but I started having nightmares of someone trying to kill me, or there's the kid that I was trying to save from someone who's trying to harm that kid, or it's just all like chasing, and it's very scary. Or there was also a night when I dreamed of ghost or evil spirit trying to do something, and all of those stuff. Like, another thing too is that I also started just thinking about the past, like the traumatic experiences that I had when I was a kid growing up. I started um, remembering them, which is really weird because I haven't thought of those in a long time. And then all of a sudden, they're just flashing back in my memories. So I would always ask my husband, and this is one thing also that I noticed on week 8. I'm so needy. I always want my husband to hug me. I always want my husband to kiss the baby or the belly. And so when I have those bad experiences, what I would do normally is I would ask my husband to come and hug me and stay with me until I fall asleep, or if he is not available, I would turn on my YouTube videos for first trimester pregnancy meditation, and I do that to refocus my mind, which helps sometimes. Yeah. But most of the time I have to have my husband keep hugging me and kissing the belly, and I don't know, it's just I just feel so needy. It's so weird, but I just feel so needy. And even with the food aversion and stuff like that, I weighed myself and I still gained 1.4 pounds from week 5 to week 8. So yeah, those are all the symptoms that I had for 2 months. I hope that it's not gonna get worse before it gets better, but yeah, I'm still hoping for a better, you know, for something that's better comes the 3rd month or the 4th month or the 2nd trimester. They say that 1st trimester is the hardest one, and it will get better on the 3rd trimester or 2nd trimester, which I'm really hoping for that. For now, I'm still doing the progesterone oil injections, taking the estradiol, doing the endometrium, still having the low dose aspirin, and I have to do, and of course my prenatals, and I have to do all the medications until week 10. So hopefully, I'm really hoping that after week 10 that everything will be better, because I just think that the nausea is also all the injections that I'm taking is also contributing to the nausea and all, because I noticed that after the injection almost instantly I feel dizzy. But of course we have to do what we have to do for the betterment of the baby. So hopefully after week 10, when we don't have to do those injections anymore and the placenta can, do all the produce all the things that are needed for the baby, that the feeling of nausea will go away. I'm really hoping for that. Yeah, so I'm excited. Goodbye, embryo. Hello, fetus. That's like something like, positive affirmation. Just keep positive minds and everything will be better. Yeah, everything will be better.
Hey, baby Earth, this is me, your daddy, talking. I am reaching out to you while you are still an embryo and about to graduate. Yippee! I'm at Lowe's looking for stuff for mommy. So, talk to mommy, yeah? Okay, talk to you later. Love you. Bye.